Guys, welcome back to the Human Condition. I want to start off by saying thank you guys so much for all the support on my videos. We're growing, we're getting up there quickly, so I really appreciate you guys. Thanks guys again for watching all my videos. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And this video is another biology brain chemical videos. I know you guys seem to really like this. And this is one I've been really anticipated and excited to do for a while. And this one is The Office. I was like, oh, this should be a really good one because a lot of people like The Office. So I figured you guys would really like this one. So I thought, because I know you guys would like the brain chemical videos. So I was like, this should be a really cool one to do. So yeah, this one is another biology video because last couple videos were, it goes in order like astrology, psychology, philosophy, now it's biology. So this one is what the Office characters represent brain chemicals, or what the Office characters represent different brain chemicals. So yeah, hope you guys like this one. This one will be similar to my other biology brain chemical videos. So yeah, I think the first character I'll start off with is Michael Scott. Pretty fire character. He would be probably the embodiment of dopamine. And I say this because he does give off the similar vibes to other characters I've talked about that embody dopamine in the other videos. For example, my other videos I talked about how Barney from How I Met Your Mother, Ava from Abbott Elementary, and Michael kind of is similar to them because dopamine represents impulse, self-seeking behaviors, and even though Michael can be nice and sweet at times, he's also very self-oriented in a way and kind of harsh and just chases impulses. He's very impulsive. He just kind of does what he wants a lot of times, and he doesn't really think before he acts. So I feel like he's definitely the good embodiment of dopamine. In the show, like most of the time, he's just doing crazy stuff, saying the most out-of-pocket stuff. Like I remember the one episode where he had to do like talking about how prison, prison, and like I forget his name in the video. He was wearing like a do-rag and talking about prison. That was a pretty funny video. Pretty funny episode. So I think he's a good embodiment of dopamine. I think Jim was a tough one. I think Jim, I wanted to give him serotonin because he does get more optimistic later in the series. But if I'm wrong, I could be wrong. But from what I remember, Jim in the very beginning was kind of somewhat depressed, and then his optimism slowly became, because he's working at a paper company, and he's new to working at a paper company. He's really bored all the time. So Jim, I would say, is probably a good embodiment of oxytocin, which is the love hormone and caring hormone. Because this is because even the show, he starts off right in the beginning of really liking Pam, and that's main part of his storyline, and that's his main focus in the story is his relationship with Pam a lot. So I feel like he definitely would be oxytocin because he's in the relationship. He's really loving and caring, and just kind, overall nice person. So I feel like he'd definitely be kind of like in my last video where I gave Gregory from Abbott Elementary oxytocin. It's very similar. They're similar. Personalities are very similar. So I feel like they both are good embodiments of the brain chemical of oxytocin, because they both are like romance oriented, loving, caring, and so I think and they help with emotional growth. So I think that's why they would be good embodiments of oxytocin. Pam, honestly, serotonin's like the optimistic one and the one that keeps everyone together. And you guys might be wondering, wouldn't Erin be serotonin because she's super optimistic all the time? And Erin from The Office I would consider her that as well. The reason I didn't consider this per se in this video is just because she's not introduced until like season 5. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty positive she's not introduced until season 5. This being said, most of the videos I start off with characters from the very first episode. So probably the most optimistic one is Pam, uh, and the one that keeps the group together and kind of calms down the office. She's the one that keeps everyone kind of from going too, when Michael's too off the handles. She's kind of the one that Michael leans on to calm him down, like, um, emotionally. You know what I mean? Because, like, I know, like, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the show, but, like, when Michael leaves the episode, Pam's the one that runs to the, chases him down to the airport and, like, says his final goodbye, which is really wholesome and kind of sad. But Pam and Michael had a really close bond, and Pam was the one that keep all the characters together and the bonds strong with the characters in the office, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but in my opinion, I think she's the one that kept everyone kind of calm, and from when situations did arise, she kept them from escalating too quickly. Norepinephrine, I would say, this was the easy one for me, Dwight. And the reason I say this is norepinephrine's a stress hormone, the fight or flight hormone, but also the one with high motivation. And I feel like Dwight, when he gets stressed, he's not like worried about the future like cortisol, right? He's just like taking action, doing even if it's like questionable things, he always does. Always has a routine. He's always motivated, and he's always seeking personal growth, which is a good thing about Dwight. Dwight's character, even though he's sometimes does out of pocket things, he's always seeking personal growth. He wants to probably actually be the position Michael's in. So he's very motivated, and he doesn't necessarily. The only difference between most characters that I gave norepinephrine to, like 5 from the Umbrella Academy in previous videos, and the other videos like norepinephrine, they usually are not good at taking orders from somewhere. And Dwight, I guess he technically wouldn't be full force norepinephrine because he does take orders from Michael most of the time. But basically he doesn't take any orders from anyone else though. So this is why I gave him norepinephrine. And cortisol, I'll give, I think, Angela, because Angela's always stressed out. And she's always trying to make everything organized, and she worries a lot. So I feel like she'd definitely be a good embodiment of cortisol, with like party planning committees, and like she's always trying to make party planning committees in the show, I remember. And yeah, she'd definitely be a good embodiment of cortisol, a brain chemical for the office. And yeah, some other things I could talk about for brain chemicals. Even Pam even was, there was a brief time where Pam and Jim kind of got in like a couple argument because Jim wanted to move far away and Pam wanted to stay close and had to take care of the kids, and this kind of caused the ripple. And I feel like it was mediated, I can't remember who, but I think it was mediated by Pam. I could be wrong. And that's another example how Pam's good at serotonin because keeping the peace. Pam's good at keeping the peace within the office, in my opinion. So yeah, that's all the brain chemicals I can think of for the office. For the conclusion, Michael's dopamine, because Michael is nice and sweet for the most part sometimes, but sometimes he can be like do crazy out of pocket things, and be kind of self-oriented, you know, and that'd probably make him the good embodiment of dopamine. And he's kind of like the other people that I gave dopamine to. He's the morally questionable character of the show, probably one of the most morally questionable characters, and Dwight's probably up there too, to be honest. But he's morally questionable most of the time. Some of the decisions he makes. Kind of like Barney from How I Met Your Mother in my previous videos, and Ava from Abbott Elementary, but also most people like the characters like that. Jim is oxytocin, because like kind of like Gregory in my last video said, they're caring, nice and caring, and loving, nice and caring. And you can see that with him and Pam, and even with Michael. He sometimes, even with actually Dwight, he jokes with Dwight a lot, but you can see later on in the show a good amount of character development from Jim and Dwight's dynamic, because you can see that Jim actually cares about Dwight, not just plays pranks on him all the time. He actually genuinely cares about Dwight, and even though sometimes it seems like he might not, and just try to mess with Dwight. Dwight is norepinephrine, because throughout the show you can see him kind of be stressed out but also motivated to prove and do his own thing, and he's always wants to grow as a character, and he even became acting manager one time later on in the series. So he definitely always wants to grow and is a good embodiment of norepinephrine. Pam, serotonin, keeping all the Office characters together, and probably one of the most calm ones in the Office. The one who is less chaotic in the entire when Dwight and Jim's not chaotic either. Dwight and Michael cause a lot of chaos. She's the one that kind of keeps the peace. And finally, cortisol inclusion would be Angela, because she can be she's a good person, but she can be like really stressed out a lot and kind of lash out at people a lot because of how stressed she is. So yeah, this was my video for what brain chemicals what the Office characters represent different brain chemicals. I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys wanted more in-depth one, I know this one I feel like I wasn't super in-depth. I can always do a video in the future about The Office and being more in-depth for another brain chemical video, definitely in the future. So just let me know down below if you want another one in the future for this. But yeah, I was really excited to do this one brain chemical video because I know a lot of people like The Office, so I thought that'd be cool to do. So yeah, my next video will probably be another astrology video, or what character roles videos I like to do sometimes for you guys. So stay tuned for that. And as always, thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.